Heyo! Welcome to another Best Friends Discuss podcast. I'm your host, Mike, with my co-host,
Brad.
Thank you for participating.
Hey, no problem.
Yeah, thank you for showing up today. It was a big help.
Kind of had to. It was my house.
Well, why did you have to go there? So, Brad, you don't know about this, but I have had this in the workings for a little bit. I really enjoy Reddit.
Yeah.
A lot. That's where most of my ideas come from. And so I found this prompt from r/ask Reddit, and the prompt is, what is the wildest bullshit story you've ever personally had told to you?
Ooh.
So we are going to judge if this is actually bullshit or factual.
Okay.
Okay? All right? You kind of feeling this? Because I don't know about you. I had a friend in high school who was a compulsive liar, and I could always call him on his shit. And it was the best thing. Like, he once tried to convince me that he wrote a rap song. That rap song was one of Tech Nine's songs. He's a very big rapper. He's very fast.
I'm offended. I'm offended.
I'm just making sure.
I've met Tech Nine.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you?
Is that one of the wildest bullshit stories you've ever heard?
No, but that brings me, when I worked at Hastings, we had a guy who would come in, and we called him the Tech Nine guy, and he was a compulsive liar. Weirdly enough, a lot of people just lie about Tech Nine.
Yeah.
He said, he's like his cousin or something like that, and anytime Tech Nine is in town, he gets invited to the after party. And I'm just like, yeah, that's cool, dude. This guy was such a compulsive liar. He would come in with pictures of like his DVD collection, and my boss would call him on it and just be like, dude, you found that on an article, like The Onion or something like that. He once like opened up Google and was like, this is my car collection. And it was like Batman cars. Like, he told us he owned, or he knew a guy, or his brother owned like 3 of the original Batman cars.
I mean, obviously.
From the movies. He was just a compulsive liar. So, I think it would be interesting if we can determine if some of these are bullshit.
Okay.
So, for example, the first one, would you like to read it?
Not particularly.
Okay.
Miyagi? Is that it?
Yeah, Mr. Miyagi is featured in this. So the story goes, I once had a guy tell me about how he grew up in an all-black neighborhood and got beat down with chains and shit until one day he became a martial arts master and ripped the chain out of his assailant's hands and beat him and his friends with said chain. He basically ran the school after that. He was so good that he came face to face with a martial arts master years later, and when Miyagi tested a super powerful move on him and failed to knock him over, Miyagi was wicked impressed with his natural power. No one had apparently ever withstood said super powerful move before him. The guy was fat and grew up in a cornfield surrounded by toothless hillbillies. He had other stories, though. It got really ridiculous. Factual or bullshit?
That's bullshit.
Which part?
All of them.
Oh, okay. You don't think he fought a guy named...
Besides him actually living by some toothless hillbillies. I believe that part.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, you don't think Miyagi showed up? Alright, you ready for the next one?
Sure.
A girl who went to my middle school convinced the entire school, staff, and administration that she was going to be the lead in a movie. The movie was Because of Winn-Dixie, and it was filmed in our area, so I guess she thought it could happen. We all believed her for a while. She would tell everyone the stories of the life on set, and had teachers happily getting her folders ready for when she would be taking a break for filming and would need to do home studies. Online, the names of the actors chosen were not yet released, and she said that's because they weren't publicizing it yet. Well, the school had planned a whole little assembly to congratulate our little star, in quotes, and through getting in touch with her mom, they discovered it was all a lie. They still scheduled the assembly, but instead made her stand on stage and tell everyone she lied. It was brutal. This was like 8th grade, so she definitely knew better. Oh, I think that's factual. That is very factual. I think that happened. Have you ever seen the movie Because of Winn-Dixie?
No, I haven't.
It's okay.
I almost doubt this story.
Why do you doubt it?
With this PC fucking culture of ours, they literally still held the assembly just to call her out as a liar. They would need a designated safe space for her and all of her friends after that.
Okay.
Like, that's bullshit.
Except for the movie came out in like 2006. 4 years ago. This was posted 4 years ago.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Do you want me to look up when Winn-Dixie came out?
Yeah.
What year do you think?
I have no idea when Winn-Dixie came out.
You choose. I say 2006. I say between 2006 and 2008.
We'll do 2009 then.
I can't believe our price is writing.
Price is writing you? Yeah.
So, do I get it if it's below?
Do you get what?
Do I win if it's below?
You win figuring out when the movie was, yes.
Yeah, 2005, so I was a year off. So, honestly, not that bad. Also, suck it, noob.
I still don't know if I believe that.
You don't think you
that they're
believe
going to call out an 8th grader?
Well...
The whole school got together and made an assembly? I really fucking doubt that. Like, I really doubt that part happened.
Hold on, somebody commented on this. Says, similar thing happened at our school, except there were 2 girls involved, and they lied about being chased down by a potential abductor. Jesus.
How is that comparable?
Yeah. How is that similar?
Right?
A police investigation ensued, sketch artists, the whole shebang. 3 weeks rolled by, and somehow it was all discovered to be a lie. The school made both girls stand in front of the whole assembly with the police there and admit that they made up the whole thing because they didn't want to get caught.
Wagging?
Yeah. What? They didn't want to get caught wagging / being truant / playing hooky? What the hell is wagging?
Schadenfreude.
The Schadenfreude from it was all so delicious, I had to wear a bib. Okay. They were 2 of the hottest and most popular airheaded idiots in school, and here they were getting everything their bullshit earned them. Update, Amber and Becky later went on to live rich, full lives, marrying young, having kids, and highly successful careers. They're still hot. Further update, the guy who posted this story originally works as a temp job, is 40 kilograms overweight, and hates himself. Aww, that got sad.
This one I can believe a little bit more, though. This isn't America. This is overseas. Number 1, they're using kilograms. Number 2, they're using weird phrases like wagging. The cultural difference, depending on where it's like maybe London, maybe not, but if it's a different, like, European country, I could see that more as being, like, probable. Especially if it's high school, because then you're calling out girls. That's when you're more likely to be calling out hooky and stuff like that, right? And making it up an exorbitant story. 8th grade, just saying you're on a film. Number 1, why is the entire school going out and making an assembly? I'm kind of calling bullshit on this.
I am not calling bullshit on this.
I am.
I think it's pretty much factual. Because, especially since it's 8th grade, like, yeah, she may know better, but when you're a compulsive liar, you're a compulsive liar for life.
Okay. But does your school call in an assembly just because you said, I'm going to be in a movie?
Well, do you know where Winn-Dixie took place?
You think I give a shit?
Brad, I've known you for over 2 years. I know for a fact you don't give a shit.
I'm just saying. And if it's a school of like 12 kids, then that's not really calling assembly. That's just like having an announcement before school starts.
You know what would be great? Looking up trivia facts and having this story on here.
Well, some bitch.
It was filmed in Louisiana. But the book is set in Naomi, Florida. So take with that the information as you will. Anyway, so you think it's bullshit. I find it factual. Brad is usually wrong, though, so...
Wow.
Yeah, I went there. All right, ready for the next one? Had a troop in the military well known for having truth issues and also for being a topper. Definition, someone telling a story whose story would always have him chiming in with one of his versions that topped over / one-upped theirs. Oh,
Susan. Yes.
Yeah, I can see
Yes.
it. Then came the day of someone mentioning that they went to school with some random Hollywood actress and that they probably had said hi to her a few times in passing in the halls. Topper suddenly chimed in. Not only did he go to school with, but he dated Jennifer Lopez for a while. Okay, all right.
Good for you.
Yeah, even if it is a lie.
Yeah.
Have your standards. The statement was made in about 2005. Troop was about 19 or 20. While the other troops just shook their heads at him, I flatly called bullshit. No, you didn't. He got a bit of a deer in the headlights look to him and started to mumble, but Sarge... I said, no, you did not go to school with or date Lopez. Crazy Women is just slightly older. I am...
Crazy Woman is just slightly older than I am. Quit telling lies. As in, Jennifer Lopez is barely older than Sarge.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The rest of the kids were laughing at him as I walked off. That's pretty funny. That's pretty good. The next one. Since I play Xbox, makes me laugh. Just about every person on Xbox says they're 16, black, and ripped as hell. Oh, and they've all also fucked your mom. All right, you read this one. Also, what are you typing? What are you Googling? Or being?
Fact checking.
You're fact checking what? Where When Dixie was filmed?
Oh, I know where that was filmed.
Because I told you?
Yes. And I do believe you on some things.
Okay.
Just not everything.
What are you fact checking then? Look at me.
To see if it happened.
Are you finding anything?
I am kind of finding some stuff. But we'll go move on with this right now, and we'll come back to this.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
The sad part about that, Brad, is we could have gone on for a long
Absolutely,
time.
we could have.
Oh, shit. All right.
All right. I got in a car accident that was clearly the other guy's fault. He was in the center lane and I was in the left lane, probably in his blind spot. Of course you were. Technical difficulties? All right. He tried to change lanes really quickly without checking properly or signaling, and he sideswiped me. He tried to claim to me and the cop that we were both in the left lane. Then when a short left turn lane appeared, I tried to use that as a means to pass him, but I couldn't make it and slammed into him. I don't understand why anybody would ever try to do that, especially when there were two other legitimate lanes. I could have gone into the bypass. I could have gone in to bypass him if that was what I was trying to do. The cop initially said that since we had different stories, he didn't know who was at fault. My dad, who had showed up by then, convinced the cop to go check out the actual area where the crash had occurred, and he saw evidence that it happened before that left turn lane. So luckily, the other guy was correctly blamed.
Oh, God. People are the worst.
So,
what?
This guy has a very boring life. If this is his wildest bullshit story of somebody just obviously lying because they caused an accident, because everybody that causes an accident lies. You have a very boring life if this is the most bullshit story you've ever been told.
You don't know this man. Why are you hurting his feelings? He could be listening to this podcast right now.
Yeah, well, I'm okay losing him as a follower.
Okay, I don't. Please. There's a reason Brad is only the co-host of this. Shut up, Brad.
Shut up, Brad.
All right. Next one. You want me to read it while you fact check?
Yeah.
All right. Had an old colleague we nicknamed Two Sheds because of his fantastical stories. Two Sheds because Sheds from his old job was already his nickname. Plus, if you said you had a shed, he'd be like, I have two. It made sense at the time. Alright, Two Sheds it is. He used to say that he could drink a pint of whiskey and not get drunk and would have one every night with his dinner. He said he slept with X amount of women in the year he was delivering sheds. We worked out that he would have had to have shagged like 2.6 women a day, just calculated, would equal 950 women a year.
God damn. Gigolo.
Wow, that seems better than Gage.
Yeah. Step up your game, Gage.
Yeah, come on, Pidgeotto. Seems like every shed over in the UK was made by a horny MILF who would answer the door in a negligee. Negligee?
What? Yeah? I think he means lingerie? I don't know.
No, a negligee is a real thing. I just don't know if I'm pronouncing it. I think I am. A negligee. Shag this ugly stranger and then cook him a full English. So this guy is claiming that when he would deliver a shed, every UK person he delivered to was a horny MILF who wore skimpy clothing. They would shag like Austin Powers, and then she would cook him a full English. Which, by the way, do you know what a full English is?
I do not know.
It's like toast, eggs, bacon, beans, coffee or tea or whatever. Oh my gosh, that is funny. He said that twice he'd been stuck in traffic jam and looked out of his window to see women looking at him, and then they'd start masturbating in their car to give him a show. One woman even pulled a dildo out of her handbag. What the was that? What? Did I read that right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right. He said he shagged someone famous, but was for the life of me, I cannot remember who. I have a feeling it was a female actress on a soap or maybe a reality star. And he used to be a male hooker, and his clients would become obsessed with him, and one gave him a Audi. No, he didn't have an Audi when I knew him. Alright, Brad, is this bullshit? Or factual?
I mean, I'm going to have to say bullshit.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing that could possibly be okay with this was if the only true part in this is like he was a male hooker.
Yeah.
But he just wasn't a good one, so none of the other shit happened the way it said he did.
Yep. 2.6 women a day would equal 950 women a year. Good God, that is bullshit. Okay, I gotta say something about lies. Lies have to be at least factual or based off of facts. This one is clearly not. A kid in high school said his girlfriend was a model in Las Vegas. He took a plane to see her every weekend. Bullshit already on 2 points. Girlfriend, that's a model, and took a plane every weekend? That's bullshit. She had a collection of scorpions that she refused to cage, and they would occasionally sting him, so he was building an immunity to their venom. It's important to note, he worked at a gas station, and I filled my tank there every weekend. What's with the lies? Why would this guy lie? What? Alright, you do this.
Worked with one of those guys who always had an outlandish story about everything. Let me set the stage here. I'm glad he is. We were working construction for pretty shit wages. Everyone there was a blue-collar guy. All of us were poor. Anytime you had a conversation, he would jump in with a story to compliment or top yours. There's many people out there that do that. So many people.
Yeah.
And it was always shit you couldn't believe. At the bar last night, he met this smoking hot chick who took him home with her. They banged for hours, and she dropped him off at his place just before he had to go to work. And she was going to give him a Corvette if he kept hooking up with her. Call him bullshit now.
He was having a midlife crisis during his midlife crisis.
Yeah, right. And he used to sell weed, not quarters and eighths, bales of the stuff. And it was always in his trunk. He showed us, but he didn't want anyone else seeing it and stealing from him. He just bought a plasma TV in 2001, so dollar bills. For his apartment, which was a shithole. It was
China is asshole.
It was mounted on the wall, and he had to keep his curtains drawn all the time because it was so bright it bothered the neighbors. No one story was off the wall crazy, but the cumulative effect was just insane for the grumpy looking white trash kind of guy. The only thing that ever gave me pause was the one day he showed up at work in an 80-something purple Corvette. What? No, you're telling me he did show up? This put credence in everything he said after that. Are you fucking kidding me?
Are we saying this is factual because the guy actually owns a Corvette?
Because he owns a Corvette now.
Hold on.
I want to say bullshit, but at that point, that puts credence in his corner.
Okay, most of that was bullshit. But I don't know about the Corvette part. Are we saying, are we doing a Mythbusters, confirmed, myth busted kind of thing? Is it plausible because he actually owns a Corvette? Or is
it plausible, I think.
All right, sir. That is plausible. Okay. This one has a lot of text, of back and forth conversation. I'll do every other one. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
This one starts. I was on the phone with this girl who was kind of my friend, but kind of really weird too. Starting out pretty great. She was saying something about her not being able to be with her boyfriend. This is what she said. Well, his parents won't let us be together because I'm half vampire, half werewolf, but he's pure werewolf. I never really talked to her after that. No, all right.
Hold on. A Jacob Edward love triangle bullshit thing again is happening.
It's like they took Underworld and Twilight and mixed them together. Oh my gosh. By the way, have I ever told you my story of, it was back in junior high. I sat next to this girl who was very, very odd. And we were watching a clip on YouTube and that had a fairy on it. Or we were the teacher was talking about fairies. And she turns to me. By the way, she was the kind of person who wore cat ears and had a cat tail. And was very anime-centric kind of thing.
So a furry before furries became a thing? Gotcha.
Yeah. She sat next to me. I did not like her one bit. I wanted to not be anywhere near her. And so, fairies were talking on the brain. Yeah. It was the subject. Fairies. And she leans over to me and she goes, "Some say I'm a fairy." And I just said, "Yeah, whatever. Just don't kill me." I was just I don't care what you're telling me. Just please don't show up while I'm walking home and pop out of a bush with a knife and stab me 39 times. Just don't kill me. That's all I want. She would also wear wings also. Like ones from a costume.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, just that moment of just whatever you say, just don't kill me. Please don't injure me in whatever way. I should look her up on Facebook. I wonder what she's doing now. All right. The next one. I was walking to the vice principal's office because he wanted to talk to the tech club about our next meeting. A girl stops me, and we have the most ridiculous conversations. Go ahead.
Okay. Wow, you look just like Carly Rae Jepsen.
Isn't that the Call Me Maybe girl?
Yeah.
Thanks?
I need to tell you a secret, but you can't tell anyone. Pinky swear?
Sure.
I am Carly Rae Jepsen.
Wow, really? Nice to meet you. Well, I got to go now. I have never formally met this girl before. I've seen her around school, but that was about it. I told my friend about this, and she knew exactly who I was talking about. They had choir together, and the girl was constantly talking about Carly Rae Jepsen. Again, if you're making up a lie, make it somewhat factual.
I mean, if she kind of looked like her, that is semi-factual.
Oh my gosh. Next.
An elder woman told me that when her little brother was born premature, her family couldn't get to the hospital, so they kept him warm in the oven for a few days.
What the The comment right after it. This kills the baby. The comment after that goes, my grandfather was kept in a shoot box behind the wood stove for the same reason, but definitely not inside the oven. Why is that a thing? Why are you vindicating that this is a thing?
I completely believe this old lady.
Don't.
No.
Brad.
Is this not the first time you've heard of this? We're talking like before like Great Depression, before like hospitals everywhere and the availability of medicine. So if you were born semi-premature, just like a couple weeks or whatever, not like completely viable, they needed extra warmth, that's what they would do. They'd put them on a wood stove. They put them literally in these warmer areas to keep them warmer.
But Brad, this was posted 4 years ago. How is that possible?
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
You go fuck yourself.
You didn't believe the Winn-Dixie thing, but
I don't believe the Winn-Dixie thing.
But you
still believe they held a fucking assembly for this one little kid?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, you're a liar.
I would like to hope they did. To really just be like, hey, look at this liar, pants
That
on
would
fire.
be great. I don't believe they did it, though.
I don't think they did.
Thank you for coming on my side.
I'm not. The next story is pretty great. The douchebag, when I went to college, was a rich kid. He had bleach spiked hair, already a douchebag. Deep V t-shirt, already a douchebag. And glowed from his spray tan. Is this Donald Trump's son? No comment? Alright, good talk, Brad. Thank you for interacting with me. And he would make up bullshit nobody would believe every day. The most memorable was when he didn't show up to a party. He told us he'd been on a helicopter to Jamaica smoking blunts with Snoop Dogg, but somehow was back the next day. He never backed down from that story. Real quick, this one that I'm about to read, does that sound like something you make up in junior high? Or like when you go to like a summer camp kind of thing where like nobody really knows you, but you're trying to like make friends? Yes. So this person, by the way, loved the username, the Beefy Taco, says, one of my friends said he had sex with 7 girls at once.
By the way, I love the comment from the real Maxi Pad. Jealous?
Is this factual? I think this is factual. Or plausible, at least.
It is at least plausible.
Oh, my God. You want to read that one?
I mean, we know it's bullshit, but yeah. A friend of mine in high school said his cousin owned a $73 million website that was kind of like Google. And when I asked what the website was, he said, you can't find it online.
Where do you find it then? The dark web? All right.
Was it AOL?
It may have been AOL. My first roommate in the Navy barracks, holy shit, this guy was a piece of work. It's not one big story, it's a bunch of little ones. Here's the bullet points. Passed his driving test by drifting around a freeway on-ramp at 120 miles per hour. He passed. He was like, I'm sorry, was Vin Diesel your driving instructor? Like, were you auditioning for Fast and Furious?
He clearly made up this story right after watching the Dragon Ball Z episode of Goku getting his driver's license. Because that's exactly what that freaking was.
Nerd.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
It's definitely not like SpongeBob. Because SpongeBob, didn't get his driver's license. Have I ever told you that somebody? I read this thing of a great idea of how to end SpongeBob. Like even though the show is no longer on air anymore, this guy had the idea that they should, for the final episode, have SpongeBob get his driver's license. I was like, "Aw, that's quite nice." He's spending a lot of time doing that. Okay, back to this. The Navy barracks bullshit guy.
Back.
Other bullet point was involved in a high-speed chase where he drove at the age of 13.
Okay.
All right, that might be plausible because I was watching Live PD recently, and there was a kid who took his grandma's car and went on a high-speed chase against the cops. And they couldn't do anything like pit maneuver because he was a child. But the week after that, he took his grandma's car and did it again. So I could see that, but whatever. The other bullet point has $80,000 in his savings account despite being in a financial counseling program mandated by his department. Other bullet point.
Yeah, bullshit.
Hacked into his high school's network, changing everyone's grades, then programming a computer to shock somebody.
If he stopped at the changing everybody's grades, it would have been plausible.
Yeah. Also, listen, in a lie, you don't need to go an extra mile.
No, you don't. That's what makes you a compulsive liar, is when you have to go that extra step to like outdo even yourself. Mm-hmm. You know you've gone too far.
Absolutely. Like, I don't know if you know this, Brad. I'm a fabulous liar. It's because I tweak the truth, tweak the facts, and don't go overboard. The other bullet point, hacked into the network on a nuclear aircraft carrier, didn't get caught, and his chief just swept it under the rug when he found out months later.
Oh yeah, military really doesn't care when you hack into their nuclear aircraft. Fuck it. We understand. It was just a regular Saturday night.
You want to tackle that one?
Is it the same one I think it is?
It is, absolutely is.
All right.
You and I laughed at the same time because we got to the same point in the story.
Oh my god.
Go for it.
Plausible? I think plausible here.
Might be plausible.
Okay. A classmate told us the reason he wasn't at school was because he was exploring Alaska and ran out of unicorn tears that he had to fight a polar bear to get more tears to go home.
How high was this guy? Like, I kind of believe the unicorn just because unicorns should exist, but giraffes shouldn't. Giraffes are so weird. Giraffes freak me out. I don't like giraffes. Have you ever seen a giraffe fight? It's insane.
No, I haven't seen a giraffe fight.
Oh my gosh, hold on. We're getting this. I need to pull this up for you because I need your reaction recorded. It's so
Too bad
crazy.
it's not on video, actually. It's literally... What? That doesn't look like fighting.
Alright. This is giraffes fighting.
What is that? Talk about whiplash.
Swing and miss. I can't believe you've never seen giraffes fight before. Giraffes are weird creatures and I hate them. They should not exist. They're like horses or donkeys with cheetah print and long necks. They shouldn't be animals, and it freaks me the fuck out. Oh, he went down for the count.
He lost. Slow-mo.
He got dizzy. He got dizzy. So how giraffes fight, by the way, is they take their big ass long necks and they just swing it.
They use it like it's a wet freaking like towel.
Yeah.
That you're like swinging around to hit somebody with.
Yeah, dude,
That's not fighting.
Giraffes are freaking crazy. Dude, hold on, I have a question for you, Brad. If a giraffe hit you with its neck, do you think you would be able to stand up afterwards?
I don't know.
You may get knocked the fuck out.
Oh, should we get back to what we were doing?
No, I'd rather not.
Oh,
all right.
My God.
Shout out to Binosa J, Safari, and Kruger Sightings. Kruger Sightings. So yeah, giraffes fighting are fantastic.
Wow.
I'm so glad I got to show you that today, Brad. Your reaction to that was amazing. All right. So, unicorn tears, am I right? You see what I mean? Why, like, giraffes should not be a creature, but unicorns make sense. Unicorns literally...
There's so many creatures, though, that should not be.
Like a platypus?
Platypus. Kangaroos shouldn't be.
Oh, you take that back. Kangaroos are amazing.
They should not be.
They shouldn't, but they are amazing. I
don't care if they're amazing. They still shouldn't be. Like, that shouldn't be a thing.
I believe kangaroos should be more of a thing than a giraffe. But like,
well, if you believe in dinosaurs, like giraffes kind of make sense in that because it's kind of like a mammal, freaking brontosaurus or some shit.
There's a subreddit that I really like on Reddit called
Really? It's on Reddit?
Yeah, some would say it's called Giraffes Don't Exist, and it's fantastic. But
are they just imagining a world where they don't exist?
No, it's like. Because the whole argument, one of the arguments is like, it makes sense for a unicorn to exist because it's just a horse with a horn on its head than giraffes, where there's like nothing out there that is like a giraffe. So, anyway, unicorn tears. So. Well, do you want to read any more? we kind of lost it with the giraffe talk. Giraffes are
That's
weird.
your fault. All right.
Do me a favor, audience. Go look up giraffes fighting. You won't be disappointed. It is sickening, almost. But it's so great. Brad, anything else you want to say?
No, not really.
All right. That's been our time. Thanks for listening. Peace out.
Later.